Alright guys, today we're going to do a high taper with a freestyle design in back. So first thing I like to do with pretty much every haircut is I start with my 3-guard and I create my shape of what I want this high taper to look like. Then I'll come in with my clipper over comb and I'll just take away some of this bulk. He had really long hair here. So we're just getting rid of some of that bulk, getting it so we can kind of see what's going on. And you can kind of see I'll go around the whole head, clipper over combing. This just makes it so we can really see what we want to do with the canvas and where we want to take it. Just clipper over combing. Then I'm going to come in with my trimmer, set that bald line right at like the top of the ear, right where it like curves to where the C curve gets pretty much cut off. That's where your bald line is for all high tapers. Then I'll come in with my 2-guard and just kind of flick into that 3-guard, just kind of softening that canvas, softening that spot where that high taper is going to be. Make sure that my client's head-dishing in the right spot. Then I'll come in with our clipper all the way open, just setting our first guideline about a finger width, coming with our clipper all the way closed. Come halfway in with our clipper. Go straight into that next guideline, coming with our 1.5, just flick into that 2. You can kind of see I'm just flicking into that 2. Coming with our 1, halfway open, just softening that middle line here, softening it up. Using the corners of my blade here, just flicking it. Then I'm going to go around the ear with my trimmer, and this just makes it so I can really see the shape of the high taper. I usually do this after I clear out that first guideline on every haircut. Then I'm going to come in with my 0.5 all the way closed and just kind of flicking that middle bald line out. Coming with it halfway, go up a little bit more, flicking into that 1 halfway open, coming in with our clipper all the way open and just flicking that middle line. You can see right there, that shit was butter. Then we're going to come on the other side here and do the same exact thing. 2-guard, flick right into that 3-guard. Make sure that bald line is nice and crispy. This time I'm going to go around the ear first thing. Come in with our clipper all the way open here. Create our first guideline. Finger width. Then I'm going to come in with my clipper all the way closed. Take out that bald line, and then come in with my clipper halfway open, go right into the top of that guideline. Then come in with my 1.5, just clear out that canvas a little bit more. And this is the process of that BLZZAP, you know what I'm saying? We're going to come in with our corners here, just flick out some of that bulk that's in there. Make sure that canvas is nice and crispy. Come in with our 1 halfway open. And we're going to do that just to go right into that 1.5. Coming with our clipper all the way closed here. Actually, we're going to come in with our clipper halfway open here. And just kind of detail some of that. Just soften up that middle line. Then we're going to come in with our clipper all the way open. Flick out that bald line. Go behind the ear again. Kind of just take off some of that bulk. Create a nice perimeter. Come into the back with that 2-guard, just taking away some of that bulk, creating a nice canvas for this design I'm about to freaking absolutely snap on. And for a design, like, you want to create a nice canvas so you're able to come in and just lay it down. Then we're going to come in with our trimmer here and just go with our corners of our blade, really arcing that line. And as you see, like, it's basically like drawing on a piece of paper, like, but you also have to like really be aware of how the hair grows, because you want to go against the way the hair grows. And on this one, I'm doing a design where the Z's are kind of stacking on top of each other and kind of hitting into each other. You can see on this one, I'm going to make the swirl, kind of come around here and go over the other Z. And you can see the whole time I'm doing this design, I'm using the corners of my blade. You don't really want to go in with the full blade of the trimmer, because it'll pretty much it'll make the lines super straight, and that's not what we want. We want all these lines to be pretty curved and fit the head shape. And we're going to make the same swirl right here on the bottom, making it symmetrical. Then we're going to come on this side and we're going to do a double zigzag. So it's pretty much 3 different variations of the Z. 3 different variations of the very common barber design, the swirls and the Z's. And right there you see I used my full trimmer blade, and that was to make sure that middle line right there was just popping. We're going to come in on this side, we're going to enhance this line, and to do that you kind of want to go above it and then outline it. You're pretty much making the Z 3D. And as you see, that's pretty much what we're doing here. We're making that end piece pretty much just look bigger than it is. Right here, I kind of go into that next design, kind of just to make that, you see how much that enhanced that middle line right there? So we're going to come down here and bring it down and pretty much just make that Z right there 3D. And we're going to come in, just touch up some of the lines, make sure that they're hitting. Then we're going to come in with our other trimmer, create that bald line. And this is the start of the taper right here on the back. So right after this, we're going to come in with our clipper all the way open, about a finger width guideline. And you kind of want to make the guideline on the back of the head a little bit bigger when you're doing designs, just so it kind of looks like it's really flaring into the design. Then we're going to come in with our clipper all the way closed here and just go halfway into that guideline, basically just getting rid of that bald line and some of that darkness there on the bottom. Then we're going to come with our clipper halfway open, just going right into that clipper all the way open. You can see I'm pretty much using the corners of my blade this whole time. Then we're going to kind of touch it up where it's dark in some spots. And I like to set a perimeter right after that. So I come in on the outside with my sharp trimmer, and I'll just make sure that line very much pops on the outside. You kind of want to use 2 trimmers when you're cutting hair. You want to have a sharp trimmer and a trimmer that's a little bit duller. Just make that line on the side pop. Get rid of some of that neck fuzz, as I like to say. Get rid of that fuzz for the huzz type shit. And then we're just going to come on the other side. Just create that perimeter. On this side, it's a little bit fainter, so I kind of had to brush it away and really see where that line was hitting. And you see right there, I found it. And we're just going to take that all the way up to where we put the arc in the beginning. Just make sure that's really hitting. You can see I'm really tapping it multiple times. And this is just to get each individual hair. Then we're going to come back in and kind of just take away some of that bulk a little bit more. Just make sure that shape in the back is really popping. Make sure it's really going into that bulk right there on the top there. And you can see I'm really flicking my clipper out. You kind of want to dig in and then flick your clipper out right on the occipital of the head. And this is just creating a real nice canvas for the design. Then we're going to come in with our 1.5 here, halfway open, and just flick into that too. and you can see it's going right into it, pretty much making the design just pop even more. Then we're going to come one halfway open and just pretty much soften everything, just pretty much lighten everything up, make everything just a little bit lighter, make it easier for us to just fade it right out. Come in with our trimmers again and just touch up this line. I kind of wanted to add another little line just to kind of make it pop just a little bit more. I felt like that space was a little bit empty. And you can see that as you kind of fade the design, you can kind of see things that you might want to add into it. We're going to make this line just pop a little bit more. Then we're going to come in here and just cut the top. So basically how I cut the top is I set a perimeter. I set an outside length that everything is going to fall to, pretty much. So we want to cut right where it's sitting over the tapers on the side, and then where it's sitting above the taper in the back. So I'll just take this guide all the way around the head, elevating so that it makes it so that there's a little bit more bulk. We kind of want to elevate that so we're not just cutting a straight line into it. Want to bring that all the way around the head. Again, this is just getting rid of that top bulk and just making it to where we can really see what our canvas is and where we need to detail. And also where we need to add texture, and that's what we're going to do right after this. So again, I'm just taking that guide all the way around the head, making sure it's falling above the taper. You can see right here there's a little bit, and this is from me elevating, there's a little bit in there that's just not as crispy. So I'm going to get in there and make sure that it's really popping. Such a satisfying feeling, just like making that hair just snip right off. Too crispy. We're just gonna continue to detail it just so we have a really good perimeter, and that'll pretty much be our guideline. Then we're gonna come in here and just take down some of that bulk on the sides and some of that bulk on the back. And pretty much what this is doing is it's just making it to where everything is falling a lot smoother and everything is looking a lot more in place. You can see on this side, I was kind of like, wow, we need some touch up over here. And that's from the elevation. When you elevate it up like that, you're not going to get every single hair. So there's places that you'd want to elevate, and then there's also spots that you don't want to elevate. Then we'll come to the front here, and we'll start our point cutting texture method. So we're just going to point cut right from where that top hair hits the end. And we want the front to be super straight, not as jagged. So I actually picked it up a section kind of right where that length starts, if that makes sense, or right where that length stops. Take that all the way around the head, just pretty much adding texture. Then we're going to come in and detail this taper here in the back. There's a little bit of dark spots. We just wanted to make sure those dark spots aren't there anymore. Kind of make sure that the taper in the design is just popping. Then we're going to come in with our straight razor here. And we're just going to make these lines pop. Pretty much going over every single line with the straight razor and just making sure that every line is crispy as possible. You can see we're pretty much just using the corners of our blades here. Popping it on the side. Just making sure that each line is looking super crispy. And we're going to do this on the whole design here. And pretty much what this does is it also makes the lines super crispy, but it also just makes it to where each line pops. Then we're gonna come in with our white chalk pencil here. Pretty much this is my enhancement pencil for the designs. Pretty much what this does is we're gonna go over every single line with the white chalk pencil. Then we're gonna kind of brush it in, kind of fade it in. And what this is gonna do is it's gonna make the design almost look like it's popping out of the head. And this is one of my favorite parts of every design. It's coloring it in almost like a coloring book. You're just kind of tracing over the design you put in. Sheesh! Just like that, man. We got a BLZZAP coming at you. We got that design popping out the back. We got a high taper on the sides, crispy lineup. Look at that texture popping too. Sheesh. Come check me out, man, over here at Royal Avenue Barbershop. I hope to see you soon.